Hey everyone, as you can tell from the way I'm dressed and videos we've seen previously, we're doing a surprise vacation and in a hurry to get things done. But I wanted to take time out to talk about a few things we purchased. I have never used the word pandemic in a video up to now, even from the beginning of 2020. But I wanted to talk about something that we hadn't talked about yet. This is our second trip since the pandemic started, and YouTube's policies keep changing up and down on whether you can use that word or not. But I thought I would share with you all how we're handling traveling during a pandemic. Now I know this is only our second time, but there are a couple things that we did buy to take extra precaution while we're gone. So I'm going to turn you around and show you what we picked up from Walmart and I think just Aldi's for this trip. One of the things we noticed on our only other pandemic trip that we have taken was you can't really count on the reliability of having like paper goods available, and you might want some extra cleaning supplies even if you're staying at a place that is really super clean. The last place we stayed was really super clean, and they preferred that you didn't use any like chemical cleaners, like they would consider that a chemical cleaner. Where we're going, I don't think it's gonna mind, so we're gonna go ahead and bring those anyways. But what we did find is places even like that, we used the baby wipes. But let me go through the list and explain everything as we go. So one thing that we always try to do is paper towels. Like even if it's not pandemic, we try to take paper towels with us. That way we can do quick cleanups and spills anywhere we go and just toss it when we're finished. And then if we're on a road trip, you can use these also. I try not to use a lot of paper goods, but when we're traveling, they're just so much more convenient because you can't always rely on being able to hand wash dishes. The next thing again is we bought the Great Value brand of the disinfectant wipes. I actually wasn't going to buy any if they didn't have a bunch in stock, but they actually did have a full shelf of different varieties of wipes. So we went ahead and picked up one of these. This is for, like I said, just cleaning at the hotel if we feel like we need to. And I'm not saying like the hotel we're going to is dirty. I'm just saying it's just a step to take just for extra precautionary measures. That's the only reason why we're doing it. Another thing we're doing is I have no idea if we're even going to be able to eat in person when we get there. I haven't, because it was a surprise trip to me, I haven't got to do a lot of research on what all availability is going to be available once we get up there. So my plan was to go ahead and have paper products available in case we actually can't eat in person at the restaurants. So also like breakfast is really up in the air for tomorrow. Normally I would buy like stuff for breakfast and buy like paper bowls and stuff, which we'll talk about that later, because Matt and I usually do the food, last minute food for just the trip itself, not for whoever's staying here together. It's just what we prefer to do. So I went ahead and bought this anyways. I went ahead also, and this is just a Walmart ad to throw in here. I try to buy like face wash and makeup remover and like hand sanitizers absolutely last minute to make sure they don't expire before the trip. Another thing I did was, I mean, it's for our anniversary, and if for our anniversary is this close to Valentine's Day, we might as well do some cutesy Valentine's Day stuff to go with it. So I found these super cute, you know, shiny heart plates that we can do, because I thought about, there's actually like a chocolate store nearby and having like little treats either on the way there or on the way back, whatever. And I just thought it'd be super cute to do that. So I went ahead and picked up fun napkins as well with the plates, you know, to go with the paper goods. I also find that like when we're traveling, disposable coffee cups are sometimes hard to find. Sometimes you can get them in rooms and sometimes you can't. Well, in the Walmart Valentine's Day section, they had the ones with the little hearts on them for the individual cups, and they come with the lids. So I went ahead and picked one of those up. Another item that I usually end up picking up last minute for travel are placards. I actually did remember I have something from Dollar Tree. I'll show it to you in just a minute that we did pick up for this trip. But we did pick up placards. We try to keep those changed out every time we use them. I know like it feels like a waste because you're using plastic and that's a lot of disposable, but I compared that to like what we use on regular dental floss versus the floss that comes on this, and I just still feel like this is a better option for travel purposes. And the baby wipes are for use in car, because sometimes just hand sanitizer doesn't feel like enough to me. Because I am borderline asthmatic, I actually can't use stuff like the disinfectant wipes in small enclosed spaces because I'll actually start coughing and having breathing issues. So I use baby wipes whenever I'm cleaning my car, whenever we're doing like quick cleanups and spills inside the car, you know, things like that. And there's actually a cubby in my car where I keep these, or our SUV. They had the Dove hand sanitizer. I normally can't use hand sanitizer, but I found that the more moisturizing or organic ones from all these don't mess with my hands as bad and don't make me break out as bad. So I'm going to try this Dove hand sanitizer for our trip, and I figured because it's a pump, we can just kind of set it in one of the cup holders and use it as needed. This one is for my backpack. It is the Cool Fall Breeze. I know it says fall, but whatever. But that one's for my backpack because it has the enclosed lid. I opted that instead of using reusable masks for this trip, I was going to do disposables because I didn't want to have to keep up with cloth masks. And I figured a 10-pack per person would allow us to be able to change the mask out as needed. Like today, I used a reusable, and by the time we finished doing 4 stores in the rain, my mask was soaked. It was just, I hated it. So I decided that with it being rainy, possibly snowy, and just constant daily use, we would buy a 10-pack, and that way we could use, you know, dispose of them as we feel needed. And here are the 3 things we picked up from Dollar Tree. We picked up 1 Colgate baking soda and peroxide toothpaste, a smaller tube of it to keep in the travel bag. This is a part that some of you are probably gonna hate. I hate it too. We found that it was better to just make sure the bathroom counters were wiped down before we use them, and dispose of the toothbrushes before we come home, and just make sure that like they're on clean napkins. I don't know, just like, I hate doing that, but like if we stayed more than 1 night, then we would keep them on like clean napkins, reuse them. But we also figured just, I don't know, and I know like it's going in our mouth, it's our germs, but I just would feel better about disposing of toothbrushes after trips now. So what I did was, instead of buying plastic ones, which these are still coated in plastic, which annoys me so bad. I know it's sanitary, but anyways. These are actually made of bamboo and charcoal, which are both safe to use to go back into the environment if they get thrown away. So that's what we opted to do, was we opted to get paid $2 for these, or $1 each. We're just gonna toss them whenever we leave. That way there's no cross-contamination risk in our bags or anything like that. So that's it for this video. I hope you look forward to the rest of the travel videos. It'll be a little bit more fun than just this topic. And we hope to see you next time.